Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from the outskirts of the internet. This is the Gaming Saloon for December 30th, 2018. With your hosts, Peaceburger2448 and Rapid Epsilon.
Hi.
I told you earlier it was the last day of the year. No, second to last day of the year. Last day's Monday.
Yeah. But it's still technically the last year for us, yeah, sure. Last day of the year for TGS.
Yeah, because we're not streaming until Tuesday, are we? Or no, we're streaming tomorrow.
No, we're streaming tomorrow.
Yeah. Doubling up on SWTOR the next couple days to maybe be done with it.
Hopefully. Because we're close.
It should be a trip to Voss, and that will probably take a stream, and then whatever our in-game stuff is, and we're done. I think.
Which
should be
might take a stream.
Yeah. We are extremely close to being done with SWTOR. So,
I'm willing to bet if we're not done with SWTOR after this week, it'll maybe be one more stream.
Yeah. If it's not 2 streams, it will definitely be 3 streams. And we're done. Which means something's got to take its place, because, but we do have the thing that's the follower goal that we're probably going to do anyway, starting some point next year.
I started to say which thing, and then I was like, oh yeah, that.
Yeah, that thing.
See, herein lies the issue, though, too. If we jump the gun and go ahead and do it, I don't know what to put in its spot.
I don't know.
I was literally at the head scratch moment when I decided to just make TGSR the follower goal thing. So it's like,
I don't know.
Because, I mean, we've already established the fact that Sunshine Co-op is garbage, so we can't do something like a complete playthrough of it.
Yeah, no, that would be more or less you attempting to play Sunshine while I am a literal ball and chain attached to your leg the entire time.
Either that or vice versa, but yeah, that concept right there.
My presence makes the camera very not happy, which already compounds the fact.
That and Shines just don't like Shadow Mario?
No, so I can never touch a Shine, which God knows what happens if we do something like, I don't know, the roller coaster? Like, what happens with the roller coaster?
That's a good question.
Because you need the flood to shoot Bowser, but I have no flood, so am I just phased into you unable to do anything?
And if so, how did they pull that off to where it doesn't screw up the game, too?
Yeah.
Like, that's a good question.
Also, anytime you have to use the rocket flood, does the camera hopefully cooperate with you in order to do that? Because, I can't use it, and I have no anything related to that.
Yeah.
Because you also need a super. You literally need that to beat the final boss.
But yeah, so I mean that's gonna kind of kill itself right there for us.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong on this, but we've already done SM64 multiplayer.
We've done it. I don't know if we've ever done it to completion, but we've done it.
I thought we have.
I honestly don't remember. I think, did we? No, we have. Yes, we have, because I tried to interrupt the cutscene, or I tried to sneak into the cutscene.
That's
Now
what
I
I was
remember.
thinking. Now
I
we didn't do 120, but we did 70.
We just did the bare bones for that one.
But honestly speaking, I don't think I would want to do SM64 120 because some of the stars are just monotonous.
Yeah.
Like, especially the 100 coin stars.
I don't remember if you ever got Kingdom Hearts 2 running emulator-wise.
I've not tried it since I got over to Linux.
Okay.
So it might run better.
Might, quote unquote, because it's like, well, we could do a marathon, except we already did a marathon. Specifically, I did a marathon of the entire Kingdom Hearts series like 2 years ago before we really had anything Kingdom Hearts 3 solid-wise.
Yeah.
So it's like it is so, I don't know what it is with me every time I see someone playing Kingdom Hearts right now that doesn't normally play Kingdom Hearts or is not normally a Kingdom Hearts fan. Like, I saw Professor Broman on on Twitch today playing Kingdom Hearts 1, and I'm like, you're only doing this because Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out. I know you're only doing this because Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Most of you are doing this because Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out. I did it when we didn't have a release date. We didn't really have all of the slew of information we had. We only had so much of Kingdom Hearts 3 because that was like before even E3 that year. Because I was done before E3, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Actually.
Yeah, and I marathoned the only things I didn't do for the marathon were the movies, which is like the 358x2 and the recoded movies which I put in air quotes because it's literally just a series of cutscenes that they did in like a newer engine, like probably like a newer engine or like the upscaled engines they were using for the portable games, strung together with text. And Backcover is legitimately a new movie, legitimately speaking, but like Backcover is only important of there's a box that's important in Kingdom Hearts 3. That's it. There's a box somewhere in Kingdom Hearts 3 that's probably important at some point. Like there's nothing really to glean from those of me playing them. You're better off just watching those on YouTube. At least you can see the change in gameplay over time as I play through all 6 games. So like there's nothing Kingdom Hearts wise, even if we do hit that follower go before the end of January.
Yeah.
Especially since I won't be one of the people streaming Kingdom Hearts 3 because I want to enjoy the game on my own and not be spoiled by it, even though leakers being assholes on the internet. So I'm at least going to enjoy Kingdom Hearts 3 on my own time before I even go remotely into streaming it. I'm trying to think of something you could do since I think I've done a solo thing for the Twitch follower goals. I don't know if you have.
I don't think I have. I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Unfortunately, the only things that are coming to mind of like, you could play this thing that I know, but it requires emulation on the level of Kingdom Hearts 2, so,
What would that be?
Oh, like the first Ratchet and Clank?
Oh, yeah.
The original Ratchet and Clank. Which, oh boy, would that be a huge nostalgia trip down memory lane for me, because that was not just my first PS2 game, that was my first non-Nintendo game. Like, ever. Ratchet and Clank is the reason I went, like, I'm a multi-platform gamer and not just a Nintendo gamer.
I'm just gonna say this. Let's just super hope that we don't have the inverse of how the Wind Waker one went with you.
Oh. Yeah. Honestly, I think Ratchet and Clank 1's fine. It's held up fairly well. Like, Ratchet and Clank has gotten better over time because Insomniac refines their gameplay mechanics. Like, the one for the movie on PlayStation 4 is really good. And if you've never played a Ratchet and Clank game, that's like a perfect entry point for you because it's pretty much a back to square one with the first game. Just gives you the basic story. You don't have to know the other games. You don't have to know anything else. It's just play the game. And it is wonderful and good. I can't think of anything else besides a very specific thing for TGSR. Since we have the first 3 episodes planned.
Yeah.
Granted, that requires us to plan something else past those 3 episodes, because I don't know what we do past those 3 episodes.
I mean, the only other thing that I can think of that's coming to mind is, remember how I pointed out the fact that I have a stupidly enormous backlog right now of just the Twitch games?
Oh, you go marathon all your Twitch Prime stuff?
Or at least do a few of them kind of deal? Mm-hmm. Just at random? Because I know there's some crap in that.
How bad are we talking?
It's some of them that I can look at and it's like, oh, yeah, you're not going to be too good. That's why you're on the free with Prime.
That's why.
It's stuff like that I'm like, yep.
Well, I could try to dig up like some of the worst games on a console and like, all right, let's go play these and see how they are. Because I'd be willing to bite the bullet for that one. Especially since my emulation options have cracked open greatly. Because, you know, Dolphin works.
You know, that just gave me a very good/bad idea.
Oh, that sounds like the best idea for us.
What if we did a week of just bad games?
I would honestly be down for that. Just be like, all right, we play enough good games. Let's play some legitimately bad games instead of like good games with not so good control stuff or gameplay stuff. But like, no, these are legitimately awful games. Because I'd be willing to dig into that.
I think that might be it. Because then we could go about it as having stuff that both of us have to suffer through, and if each of us individually wanted to find stuff, we could do that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's the idea.
Like, it doesn't help I've seen Ty and a bunch of his friends playing really bad, awful games, and I'm like, I need to bite the bullet and be one and do some of this.
Okay, to be fair, we've got Ty that does that from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
John does that from time to time.
What is it,
Most of
Doc?
his, granted, are thanks to the cookie, but still.
Hey, he about got to play Shaolin Monks last night. Which is actually a good game. Like, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks is a good game, folks. I can attest to that because I'm one of those people who played it back in the day. I have very weird gaming history. Like, my first Mortal Kombat I believe, is technically Shaolin Monks. I don't think I ever played a Mortal Kombat till then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Then after that, it was the rebooted Mortal Kombat I played. I think I rented it back in the day or something. I remember playing it, and I remember playing through the story mode. I just don't remember how I played it. But yeah, I played the rebooted Mortal Kombat. I'm trying to remember. Weird. Ooh. I have one for you to play for Bad Game Week.
Uh-oh.
The WrestleMania story mode, where you attempt to destroy WrestleMania because you got fired. It is legitimately one of the dumbest wrestling game stories I think we've ever had, and that is something to say. But that would definitely be one of just like, wait a minute, I am playing a wrestling game as a beat-em-up brawler, and I am beating up construction workers that will legitimately kick my ass on level 1. That is the experience. And I am not kidding when I say that is the experience. And when I say you can play as a wrestler, you pick the wrestler that you play as. So you can be The Rock and just go obliterate WrestleMania. Because,
oh, wow.
Yeah, you can do that. I have to look up which one it is, because all I remember is it's the one that they were in Canada for. It had a blue logo, and the entrance had a whole bunch of scaffolding on it. Like, legitimately just a whole bunch of scaffolding shit was the entrance ramp. That is all I remember. I don't remember the number. I want to say it's 19. Actually, let me look. Also, I'm disappointed this is not on John's backlog, because my sub choice was going to be this. It was either going to be this, Crush Hour, or like something else dumb that I know. Yes, it is. It is 19. And it's GameCube, so it is totally emulatable. But yeah, that is something for you to experience.
It sounds like it's an experience.
Yes, I am so sad it's on John's backlog. I looked for it on his backlog in the middle of, I forget what I was streaming at the time in the last week or so. Because I was like, I want this to be my sub choice. Because, you know, I'm at 4 months sub on John's stream because I haven't dropped it yet when I got gifted it. So I assume at some point I get to pick a game for sub night or sub cookie. I think it's technically sub cookie. Yeah. I guess before we talk about anything else, Zombie, what have you been playing this last couple weeks or so?
Honestly, for the most part, not much. Here recently, I've been playing Rayman Legends on the Switch.
That is something I need to check out.
Honestly, it's really good.
It looked really good. It's just one of those things of like, I know this exists, but Yeah. Honestly, I think this past year, I think I've bought more games for myself than I ever have before. Because, like, come Christmas, when I was like, what came out the last year that I'm interested in that I haven't already had? And I'm like, wow, there's only like 2 things on this list, and one of them I'm super iffy on. And the other is Octopath Traveler, which shows how much I'm skewed towards the Switch at the moment.
To be fair, that's not a bad thing.
Mm-mm. I mean, I know I'm getting Kingdom Hearts 3 when it comes out next month, because it literally comes out. I think we're like 2 days off from a month away, or two days under a month away from it. So we are that close to Kingdom Hearts 3. Which I'm like, yes, please. And like the RE2, yeah, the RE2 remake comes out next month too, doesn't it?
I don't know.
I think it does. I want to say it does. Let me look real quick. Yes, it does. The 25th. I was like, it comes out around the same time as Kingdom Hearts 3, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, it does. Okay, good. Yeah, Rainbow Legends. It's something I wish I would have played at some point. But anything else?
No, I think that's really been it, kind of deal.
Well, I finally cleared all of the classic modes on Smash. For those wondering, that is 74 individual runs of classic mode, which is a lot. I'm up to 1,172 spirits. Out of, I believe it's 1,309 currently. Because it was less than that because before they added in the partner Pikachu and the partner Eevee from Let's Go games. And then they added in 3 with a Mario event going on, which is a dice block, a raft, and the golden mushroom from Mario Kart. And the raft is from Mario Party, the recent Mario Party. Yeah, I got those. I don't have either one of the partner Pokemon because I don't have a save for Let's Go games, and I don't think you can get them otherwise at the moment. You should be able to get them at, I assume, in a Pokemon themed event, because they've been doing themed events with spirits recently, where a couple slots on the spirit board will be essentially a spirit related to that event. So when they were in a Fire Emblem one, you had essentially guaranteed Fire Emblem spirits on the board at any given time.
Oh, wow.
Granted, it's the same spirits that are there, but it's kind of a, all right, am I missing Fire Emblem spirits? Yes. Then I should really, like, blow through the board right now during this event because I'm guaranteed Fire Emblem spirits to pop up on the board. Unfortunately, where I'm in right now, spirits I don't have are a bit few and far between. Especially when I have to take a second and, like, go, all right, did I have the spirit already? Because you know how the game, you're going to have spirits that evolve?
Yeah.
Well, when you evolve a spirit into another spirit, that technically counts as a completely different spirit, both in the list and in check marks on the spirit board that tells you if you have that spirit. So if you're not careful, you're going to get a copy of a spirit you technically already have.
Well, then.
I kind of wish they gave me another mark to be like, all right, you already have this one, like, checked off on the spirit list. Because now I'm having to go, all right, I know it says I don't have these, but I do have these. I just have their evolved forms. So it's just like, have it, hit the shuffle button. Or drop the shuffle item. Here's one in the corner. And also, you have to level up all, or you have to evolve all your spirits because, like I said, those are individual spirits on the list. And also, I need to commit to the New Game Plus mode on World of Light, which, by the way, there's a New Game Plus mode on World of Light that you might not know about. Because I just now got 100% completion on World of Light. But I still need to not commit to that New Game Plus, even though it's a challenge. Which is just a challenge to start New Game Plus. Not to beat it, just start it. Because the rest of the challenges I have for World of Light are all themed around the final fight. So I have to go do the final fight with like Ganondorf and not get KO'd in the first round and like beat it all without getting KO'd and something else. I think. Oh yeah, I have to get all the adventure skills, which I might be able to do in New Game Plus. Because I'm like short like 200 plus like points to get all the adventure skills. And I'm at like 78. And I'm not getting that many per fight. Yeah, that's complete. I'm kind of wanting to get all the spirits. I'm not so worried about the challenges. At least not at the moment. Because I'd rather go spirit hunting. Because I do like the spirit board. I like that it's just, here's a bunch of fights, and you just go do a fight, and you're done. But there's just another fight. So you just kind of get in the rhythm of just doing fight after fight after fight after fight after fight. And oh, look, there's 2 hours have passed. And you just been doing themed fights for like 2 hours. And they all are different difficulties and against different characters and different conditions. And it's like, you know what? I dig this. I like this rhythm. It's not a bad thing. Yeah, there's that. We were streaming Fortnite. I've been doing Fortnite on my own to get challenges stuff. I wrapped up the DLC personally for me for Spider-Man, which I need to stream the rest of the DLC for Spider-Man. Patent time or like Paper Mario might go a break like next week, so I can just do a quick stream of that. Because like that would literally be a stream, possibly, to do both DLCs, especially if I blaze through them real quick. Because I think I can. It didn't take me that long to do Silver Lining, outside of some of these. A couple of these bosses are kind of obnoxious. I honestly can't think of anything else outside of I bought Clue, and I like Clue. I somehow lucked into a win, not knowing. I think the suspect or the weapon, or no, it was the location or the weapon, or in the weapon. I just went to a location, guessed 3 things, nobody had any of them, and I'm like, well, I guess it's this then. I just lucked into a victory again with that, and I played against actual people. The only difference between playing between the AI and people is that it takes longer with people because connections, I guess. You'll just be sitting there for like 2 minutes, just like, all right, everyone, like, click continue game. You want to go? Come on.
So I'm hearing not the greatest netcode.
Well, it's fine because it's a board game, but like, I don't know. There's just a little delay sometimes between like kind of in between players' turns, I guess. It's weird. But otherwise, I like it. I enjoy it. I might pick up the season pass at some point to be like, I want all the costumes and stuff just to go with different costumes. Because I believe it's $35 and you essentially get 7 boards that you get to see. Like, it's not like you get 7 boards to play as and like people always play on the same board. No. If you pick a board, that's what you see, regardless of anyone else's choice. So, like, wow. That is legitimately like like 8 boards you get to play on, because as John pointed out in his tournament, the weapons will be different per board, but they're all in the same order.
So it's not going to matter in terms of that part of it.
It's more or less an aesthetic choice. The same with the characters. I mean, as long as you're not the same character from the same set, like, you could pick anybody, I believe.
So then it sounds to me like each weapon and each character might be classified just as a generic name, and then the other stuff is more or less skins that can change everything on each person's side.
Yeah. And not all characters are in all of the sets, because bear in mind, this $35 is for a season pass, and you can buy the individual sets. Like, there's a Wild West set, a Monster set, a Hollywood set, and whatnot. But not all characters are in the same set. So even if you are playing as, like, you can play as Peach from, like, a completely different set, and you probably won't have overlap from anyone else's choices. Like, I'm playing as Orchid from the base set, and I've never been kicked out of that choice in the multiplayer games I've played, because no one else picked an Orchid from another set, I guess. But yeah, it is. I don't even remember how many it is. It is a stupid amount of character choices. Like, let me actually launch the game right now and check. Because it's like 7 sets of like 8 characters, which is a lot. And I believe Train Express gives you an additional 4 in that set for like 12. Like, there's a huge amount of content for $35, and it's all aesthetic because it doesn't give you anything advantage in Clue.
Right.
And it also helps with this game, for your card when you're filling out, like, who has what, in order to figure out what's in the mystery envelope. It'll already mark out stuff for you, so it saves you a lot of trouble. So if somebody makes their guess, and like between them and like the third person, or like 2 people ahead, don't have that card, it'll automatically mark out those. So just being like, well, you don't have any of these, you don't have any of these. Oh, look, someone has these, and they'll just leave it blank for you. Yeah, 7 boards. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 6, there's 42 plus 9, 50. 51 characters to choose from? Or you get 51 characters in the DLC? And they're not done with the season pass, I believe. So there's still more. Like, they just released a theme in August. So they're probably not done. But that's really nice value for your $35 if you love the Clue.
Yeah.
But I picked it up because I got $50 for Christmas from my uncle, and I was like, let's see what I can spend $50 on Steam on. Because I was like, what do I spend this $50 on? Easily, because it was one of those $50 gift card things, or like Visa gift cards. So it's like, what can I easily do this with? And I was like, I'll probably order something off Amazon. And then I remembered there was a Steam winter sale going on. And I was like, let's go on Steam and find out. So I got that. I got A Hat in Time. I got Shantae Half Genie Hero. I got... Let me pull Steam back up. I got KOTOR 2, which we can save that for Bad Game Week if I want to stream it, because KOTOR 2 is really bad.
I don't believe that.
I'll put it this way. It was not made by BioWare.
Yeah.
It was made by Obsidian, I believe, and they had to make it in like 18 months. Like, they had to jam this out so fucking fast. It is a buggy mess of a game that is supremely missing content. Oh, I have Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. I forgot about that. I have that as well. I have that as a curiosity. It's a old Xbox game, I believe, that is a first-person shooter where you play as a bounty hunter and you use these weird combination of critters as your ammo and a crossbow. It looked weird and interesting back in the day, and I picked it up because it was cheap. And I also have all the DLC for Shantae and Hat in Time. Which I played Hat in Time, and the only complaint I have is the camera needs to get out of my ass.
You don't like butt cam?
No, especially when it's directly in my ass. And I can't see where I'm jumping. In the platformer.
But butt cam's so fun. I don't know for who, but it's fun.
Otherwise, I enjoyed streaming Hat in Time. I like playing as small child Doctor Who. And you cannot tell me otherwise that the Hat Kid is totally not a Time Lord. She is totally a Time Lord from Doctor Who. She has all the markings for it. That was really it. So, shall we talk about articles?
I mean, I guess. I mean,
oh, you don't have.
If you're gonna twist everyone's arm and us go into that, then.
Well, you have anything else to talk about?
No.
Okay.
Just trying to make a segue because I forgot to get something set up. Yeah.
So, you know how people try to win their way back from being banned for something?
Mm-hmm. And how that never works?
Well, what if you made them write an essay about why they should be unbanned? Yeah, an essay. How? I don't think it says how long, but I would have to think long enough. So, Fallout 76 is a wonderful and beautiful and totally great game that works. Sometimes, depending. And people who have been banned from it, including people who have tried to mod the game to make it work better, I believe. Yep, mods in general. If you have been banned, apparently you have to write an essay in order to be unbanned.
In order to appeal it.
Yep.
So it doesn't necessarily mean that you will get unbanned. No, just for the chance to be looked at to get unbanned.
And the essay has to be on why the use of third-party cheat software is detrimental to an online game community for our management team to review. is the specific thing you're having to do and who you have to report to on that.
Okay. I don't have a problem with that. I have a bigger problem with the way that they spun Fallout 76 was to basically play how you wanted to.
Uh-huh.
And then they're going about banning people. So, I would like to know what kind of mods they're banning for, because if it's just mods in general, then they're kind of basically going against what they said.
Isn't the entire point of Bethesda games to be modded to start with?
I could see them not wanting to let people do mods that can cause big problems, seeing as how Fallout 76 is more online than a lot of the others.
Oh, it is super online.
But if we're banning any and all mods, then that's kind of going against the whole premise behind Fallout 76, meaning that they need to just take the game offline right now.
Especially when I am sure some of the people that are modding it to, I don't know, make the game work better, because Fallout 76 is kind of a broken piece of shit right now. No, still a broken piece of shit right now, even after multiple patches. At least it's not as broken as Atlas is at the moment, which, by the way, launched Friday with a 100 gig download. Like, just in case I haven't said that before, Atlas, that game from when we were talking on the Game Awards, yeah, 100 gigs. And it came out Friday early access. And by the way, your progress can just easily be deleted like that because someone fucked up your server shit. I believe Chaos D1 and one of his mods were doing Atlas for his show. Or playing Atlas for his show. They made a good bit of progress. We're working on a swoop, and one maintenance cycle later, all gone. All of it gone. The land they claimed, the swoop they were working on, all of their materials, all of that shit, gone. Hours of work. Hours of work.
And you know what's bad?
What?
Stuff like that. Not only does that give a bad name for the game, but that also makes a lot of people turn away from it.
Especially since it is once more an early access game that you can buy for, I believe, like $30.
Okay. I'm gonna say this. Right now, they're on a better standpoint than No Man's Sky. Just saying.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
No, they're fully admitting it's an early access game. They're not even trying to candy coat it. I mean, the sure fact that it's 100 gigs kind of would be a turnoff for me, but
I would think that would be a turnoff for a lot of people.
But even if I bit the bullet, I might be willing to give the game a second shot, even after having hours of stuff gone, because of it being early access.
Well,
Like,
this is also coming from the ARC devs.
It would be one of those. I would give them a chance to fix it before trying again. But sure, I would give it a second shot.
Well, there's also compounding factors of this is from the ARC devs, which all the same problems that ARC has, even right now, are still here in Atlas. And it's horribly optimized, where apparently low-end computers are running it fine, but high-end computers, nope.
How do you do that?
I don't know. I don't know how you make low-end computers work better for your game than high-end computers. But apparently that's a thing.
How?
I don't know. The magic of optimization, apparently. The beautiful, wonderful magic of optimization. Well, we have slightly better news.
If you can call it that.
Well, you know how the Fighter Pass is giving us essentially like 5 fighters, 5 stages, and a crap ton of music most likely for like $25?
Yeah.
Well, we are also going to get Mii Fighter costumes as DLC. Separate from the Fighter Pass. And you want to know how much it is per costume?
I've actually seen this one before this article.
Ah.
So, I would be willing to bet it would be about 3/4.
Yep, 75 cents a costume, according to a listing. Where was this listing discovered?
I can tell you where it wasn't discovered. It wasn't discovered on the eShop. They love not putting stuff on there until it's fixing to come out.
Oh, apparently on the Smash website.
That would make sense.
Of what DLC is available. Or nope, it's just on the Switch website, not on the Smash website, just on the Switch website. Saying what DLC is available for Smash Ultimate, and it has listed Mii Fighter costume, which is 1 costume for about 75 cents a piece. And we're looking at like 2019 at some point, which is the same as literally everything else.
I mean, that's not bad.
No, that's extremely cheaper than it was on Smash 4.
The only thing I've got a problem with is not so much that it's not included in the season pass for it, but or the Fighters Pass as they're calling it, but so much as we don't have a definitive pack for all the costumes.
Yeah, that would be nicer.
Because, yeah, sure, 75 cents a costume, that's fine for people that don't want to spend a lot of money on it, but want to get the certain costumes. But there's people that want to get everything, too. And it's like, maybe that would have been a better idea? Like, maybe
just
do both?
Maybe they don't want to put it on there because we don't know how many costumes we're making right now.
Okay. They didn't know how many they were going to be doing for Smash 4, yet there were bundles throughout it.
True.
There's like 3 or 4 different bundles. I mean, it wouldn't be hard for them to say, like, okay, they're 75 cents a piece, or we're going to say $7 for 10 of them, kind of deal. And that each pack won't each bundle for the Mii costumes won't come out until we hit that number.
Yeah. Well, at least it confirms that, hey, we're going to give you more Mii costumes, which, yay, I think I've got all the Mii costumes unlocked in the base game at the moment. I think. I'm not sure. All I know for certain is I'm down to 2 fighter spirits that I probably have to buy through the shop.
The only downside to this is going to be the answer to every other character that they cannot get full rights for. or make a full move set for.
Most likely, because if Rex doesn't get in, it's just like, hey, you at least got a Mii fighter, and I go, but I wanted Rex.
He probably won't because we've got the Mii fighter.
True, but all the Smash 4 Mii fighter costumes are included in here, so we do have representation of characters that are already in Smash, including the ones that are just introduced in Ultimate. Because there's still a K. Rool costume, there's still a Chrom costume, there's someone else. I don't remember, but there's somebody else who was just a Mii costume before, but once more, it's back in Ultimate. So,
okay,
I don't know.
But, okay, I'm gonna say this. You got to chalk that up to the fact that everything from 4 and all the previous games are in Ultimate.
Yeah.
With
it's
the
that...
Rex Mii fighter costume being there, I don't think we're gonna get him.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's a pretty much guarantee.
Yeah. It's like the defense of this character might be a fighter, even though their spirit is in the game. Like Shantae. Shantae is a spirit in the game, but that doesn't mean she's out because there's other characters who have multiple spirits in the game.
Now, is the Geno costume in there?
If it is, I haven't unlocked it, I don't think.
Then it might not be.
But Geno is a spirit in the game.
Well, see, his Mii costume was actually DLC to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
I foresee the first... If he's not in the base game, I foresee the first few DLC fighters or DLC Mii costumes being those same ones we had in 4. Just to kind of get everything into Ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that might be a little cheap, but 75 cents. I can't complain too much if that's the worst they do.
Yeah. Also, no, it is not. I'm looking at a full list, and I don't see it.
So see, then there's one of two options that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
One, it be like I'm saying, and all the DLC Smash 4 Mii outfits are going to be just coming in as DLC for Ultimate. Or that could be a sign of one of the DLC fighters.
Maybe. Also, looking through this list, I think I have all the costumes unlocked. I
mean, let's be honest. Who would have expected Joker to be a DLC fighter?
Fucking not me, even though that would be a joke response for me. That would literally be it will be a fucking cold day in hell before this happens, but sure, let's go with this.
In light of that one, I am willing to put Geno being a DLC fighter on the table. Especially because the Mii fighter outfit isn't already in the base game.
Yep. I still can't believe Joker's coming. And, well, speaking of Joker in Persona, coincidentally enough, we do have a Persona thing to talk about as our last article, because that's all we got. That's all I could find, really.
I might have screwed up and forgot to set up something. Oopsies.
What did you forget?
Don't worry about it.
Well, okay. If we did the show yesterday, pretty much the short and long of this article would be Atlas has registered a website, persona5r.jp, and this might eventually lead to something. Because, to be upfront, Atlas has several Persona-related websites registered to them, that could hint at like a Persona 3 remake, a Persona 1 and 2 like re-release, etc., etc., etc. Like a bunch of other Persona projects. But it never happened. And these were like 2 years ago. 3-ish years ago, I think, at this point. Like, it's not the first time. But then today, because you can probably highlight that and it will drop you to the website. I'm actually going to check. Yes, it does.
Which?
Just the Persona 5 r.jp in quotations. Because apparently there's not a link here. No, there's not. Because today I forgot that the 1 hour Dark Sun special for the Persona 5 anime debuted today for like the second to last day of, or technically it's the last day of 2018 in Japan right now.
It will be for us too here in about an hour. Wow.
Yep.
Actually.
5 minutes for me.
Yeah.
It popped up this website and popped up a teaser trailer that I'm going to save you the trouble and give you the highlights of what is a 30-second teaser trailer by going, all right, there's a PlayStation logo, which suggests that maybe there's no Switch-related things. There are new projects coming related to Persona, and we'll have more information in March. That's it. That is all that teaser tells you. Now, what the projects, quote unquote, are. Yeah, projects with an S.
It having the S on there.
Because if it was just project, I would be inclined with this article and go, yeah, it's probably an enhanced version of Persona 5 because Persona 3 has an enhanced version, Persona 4 has an enhanced version, Persona 5 will most likely have an enhanced version at some point. It'll happen. And I'll hate it because I'll probably get it in fucking platinum, that one too.
Okay, well, then that makes a little bit of a different light too. We don't have a definitive release window for Joker, correct?
No.
What if they're considering that in as part of that?
That is my thought, as like, no matter what these new projects are, because also to throw in there as well, what I assume to be the final, like, I assume an hour-long special like Dark Sun was for the Persona 5 anime, also debuts in March. And I assume the same day as whatever these announcements are going to be. And I assume that special will be the final dungeon of the game. Which is Mementos in like the final area, like defeating Galdabaoth. I assume that all's there. So that'll be it for the Persona 5 anime. And then, like, I guess at the end of the broadcast, they'll announce the new Persona projects to come, which is probably a Persona 5 enhanced version. Maybe they've tapped Arc System Works to make a Persona 5 Arena, because that is a possibility. A North American release date for Persona Q2 is possible, because Q2 is out in Japan at the moment, but we don't have a North American release date yet for it. But I doubt that because, again, Sony logo, not Nintendo logo, and that's a 3DS title.
Okay, well that throws out the other thing I was thinking too.
Persona on Switch, yeah.
Yeah.
That was an immediate...
That could be something down the road, but apparently not right now.
Well, we're just now getting, what is it, like 6 or 7 Final Fantasy titles on the Switch over the next like year or so.
Yeah.
So
after having Cloud in Smash 4 to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
and one of them is 7.
Of course it is.
Yep. I believe it's 7, 10 and 10, the 10-10-2 remaster.
think wasn't 12 one of them?
I might be 12. World of Final Fantasy Maxima, Chocobo Mystery Dungeon, everybody. 12 Zodiac Age, and then 7, 9, 10, 10 2 HD Remaster. So yeah. No 13. None of the 13s.
Thank God.
Probably for good reason. But yeah, like that. Someone even dropped that the rumor is that Persona 5 is coming to the Switch, like immediately after Joker got announced for Smash. And I am like, wow, can you make your rumor look any more fake? Because I'm sorry, but no, you don't get to drop that rumor immediately after this announcement and be considered legitimate. You have to be from some very, very reliable source in order for you to be considered legitimate in that case.
My only thing is I would also have to kind of call foul because it couldn't be just a port. Like, the PS4 is powerful enough to where even on its lower end games, it's still gonna struggle to run on the Switch. So if we did get something like Persona 5, it would practically have to be remade.
The thing is, Persona 5
for it.
The thing is, Persona 5 also came out on the PS3.
I don't know how the specs line up with it.
I would think it could run a PS3 title.
I don't know.
I was about to say, if it is running 12.2 Zodiac Age, it can run a PlayStation 4 title, because that's a PlayStation 4 title.
Okay, I get back to, it's not going to run a PlayStation 4 title without it being rebuilt for it.
Well, true.
So you can't exactly compare that.
Yeah. Like, as much as I want to say it might not happen, it could happen. We could get Persona 5 on Switch. I'm not gonna buy it on Switch. I'm sorry.
I probably would.
Yes, you would. Me, who spent 200 hours in Platinum Persona 5, I don't think I want to go back through all that again anytime soon. Without there being more there than what I've already spent 200 hours in two full playthroughs doing. Bear that in mind. 2 full playthroughs of Persona 5 in order to platinum it. Yeah, I sunk a lot of time into Persona 5. I need a really good reason to go back right now. It's kind of why I kind of have a struggle in order to get through Ultra Sun. Because it's been not that long since I did Pokemon Sun. And I spent a good bit of time in Pokemon Sun doing a lot of grinding shit for evolutions and stuff. Along with beating the game. But like, for someone who's not hopped into Persona yet, yeah, that's, getting it on Switch would probably be perfect. And that would totally be a thing if you want to stream that and me want to talk you through that. I would do that. I'm okay with that.
If it came out on the Switch.
Yeah, if it came out on the Switch. Because I will totally coach you through Persona and potentially get you max S-Link on a first playthrough. Because I'm trying to think. On a new game run, I think it's easier to get max S-Link in Persona 5 than it is in Persona 3 and 4, I think. Because I think you have a lot more leeway room. Because I think I nearly got max S-Link when I first played through it. I know I got it in New Game Plus because a lot of the stuff carried over and it was like, done. I'm like 3 months ahead of schedule in all my S-Links. I think I'm good. Honestly, I don't know what else this could be because the dancing games are out in the US. Catherine wouldn't be a part of this, even though that's coming out. But unless it's some updated version of Persona 3 or 1, 2, and 3, or them like porting Persona 4 Golden to like the PS4, since that's a Vita title. Like there's option for this, but the options are very vague, and you could probably name every single thing that's going to be in here. I don't think we're going to get a surprise in March.
You say that now.
I say that now. And watch come March, the fucking second Smash character will be announced, and there will be another fucking surprise. I'm waiting for all 5 of them to be absolute, like, fucking left field surprises. Granted, I think people are going to be more on guard for it, considering the first one caught everybody by surprise.
I'm going to say this. I'll probably more be surprised if one of them doesn't wind up being like a Nintendo property. Or not a Nintendo, like a Microsoft property kind of deal. And I'm going to leave it like that because, let's be honest, in light of them throwing Joker into it, I wouldn't put it past them to throw anyone in.
Yeah. Joker literally put all the cards on the table of just like, anyone can get in Smash? Yeah. Like it's a recent article where Sakurai was talking about that how Smash is more than just the Nintendo All-Stars. It's a celebration of video games in general. Like, and what's even like funnier about the Persona 5 Joker inclusion is the menu stuff in Smash Ultimate. Yeah, that's all taken from Persona 5. Like, Sakurai was big on Persona 5, so all of the menu stuff is inspired by that. And if you play Persona 5, you can clearly see the inspiration for all the menu stuff. So, yeah. I'm sure when the option was there, Sakurai went, yes, please. Yes, I would love, like, probably one of my favorite games of the past couple years to be included in the thing that I do.
But yeah, one of those after that, I've just, it's no longer out of, like, all of it, me being like, I think Banjo-Kazooie will be in there. No, I want that, don't get me wrong. But it wouldn't surprise me if we got something off the wall, like Master Chief or something like that in Smash. Because it's one of those, they have now just said, yeah, we're doing whatever. We don't care.
And what's even more hilarious is that's Nintendo's pick. Nintendo are the ones choosing the stuff for the DLC, not Sakurai. As much as I joke about that, no, technically Nintendo were the ones who went, yeah, we want Joker in Smash. Like, we want to do a collab with Atlas, not Sakurai. Which is the hilarious part of all this. It's like, Nintendo didn't go with a safe bet. No, they went at left field, which means Nintendo were like, we're just going to put in whoever we want. And Sakurai's like, okay, sure. But yeah, pretty much cover all articles and, well, end of the year thoughts. Because I got the wiki here pulled up with a whole bunch of games that came out this past year, and like, anything you want to bring up?
Besides the wiki, you mean?
Yeah, just in general stuff.
Can't really think of anything right offhand.
I see one game here, like, that came out. I I can't believe it came out in January. And like it will be a year next month since this came out. Monster Hunter World. Like, damn. And it's getting an expansion soon. I didn't grab an article for it, but yeah, it's getting an expansion, like a frozen area expansion with new monsters and stuff. Which I find it hilarious that apparently people are complaining that Monster Hunter World does not have enough monsters compared to like the one that came out on the Switch. And you want to know why that's the case?
Why?
Because the one on the Switch is reusing everything they've been doing for the last like 12 years, whereas Monster Hunter World is brand new from the ground up, which means they have to remake everything if they want to include it in Monster Hunter World.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's a reason why Monster Hunter World doesn't have as many monsters as like the one on Switch, because it's not reusing old assets that are like 12 years old at this point. They had to remake everything from the ground up. Like all new animations, all new textures, all new like everything for a monster, and it's like, of course not. But you get a better game in World, really, from the looks of it. Also, Dragon Ball FighterZ came out the same day. Wow.
Also, there's two others that were pretty big that I didn't realize were both January too. Iconoclast and Celeste.
Yeah, those are two indie games. Like, I'm not so much interested in Celeste as I am in Iconoclast. But yeah, damn.
Celeste, honestly, I've never seen casual play of it, but honestly, the speedruns of it are just amazing at some of the stuff that gets pulled off in them.
Let's see. In February, I'm going to scroll down to February. Oh, look, the Cydia game came out, and I don't think it's went over well. Like, the Cydia Final Fantasy, I don't think really went over well at all. Which is sad, because I think the Cydia was a decent game on the PSP. Night in the Woods was a pretty good indie game. The Shadow Colossus remake, that is a really good game. I've never got a chance to play it, but that is really good. Is that the Dynasty Warriors? That is terrible.
I have no idea.
I'm trying to think. There was one Dynasty Warriors game that came out this year that was absolutely awful. There's Owlboy. Bayonetta 1 and 2 came out in February on Switch. Still waiting on Bayonetta 3. We'll probably see something at some point this year. Or this next year. I got reminded of this because it's on Gerard's worst 10 games this year. Metal Gear Survive. Talk about taking one of your beloved franchises and shitting all over it after the main creator leaves. Damn. Hi Payday 2 on Switch, which Switch got a lot of like ports of stuff and a lot of good stuff this year. Switch has had a really good second year.
Yeah, which is surprising.
15 on Windows, which means you can mod the fuck out of it. Hi Kirby Star Allies. Valkyria Chronicles 4. I need to get back to that. Way Out was pretty decent. Detective Pikachu, not so much. Apparently, it's a bad game.
Yeah.
Which makes the story of how it came to be even more hilarious.
Which, makes it super funny that the movie probably is going to turn out better.
Yeah.
Just in general. It's like, that's funny. On so many levels.
Let's see, Ni no Kuni 2, which I think went over pretty good. I haven't heard anything about it since it came out. Granted, it came out in March. Far Cry 5. Wait, did Hellblade come out this year? No, it's last year game. It just now came to Xbox One this year. Okay. Hi, Yakuza 6. Were you there this year? Technically, yes, for the States. God of War, which still people are still talk about. I think it went pretty well. It looked alright.
Nintendo Labo.
Yeah, actually, this was on Gerard's worst 10 games list this year.
Yeah, as a game, I could see it.
Yeah, because it's more about the cardboard stuff than anything.
It's one of those that it's Nintendo's second ploy at trying to do a tech demo as a game. And by second, I mean second for the Switch.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm wondering what this year's tech demo is going to be.
As long as it's not attached to Star Fox, I'll be okay with it, because watching a video talking about the entirety of the Star Fox franchise and kind of its inability to find its own identity made me realize they like using Star Fox as a tech demo series, and I hate it now.
Well, the reason I say that about I wonder what this year's tech demo is because first year we got 1-2 Switch. Second year we got Labo.
Uh-huh.
So what's year 3's tech demo? What have we yet to explore with the Switch?
As long as you don't attach it to a thing that people want, like, an actual game for, I think that'll be fine, because we can just all forget about it.
You know what I'm thinking?
What?
They're gonna have some way of doing augmented reality.
Probably. They flirted with that before.
Uh-huh. And the Switch is perfectly capable of doing that, might I add.
Mm-hmm. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition came out, and I caved and got it, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. I think I've made more progress in that than I have in the Wii U version now. Especially since it came packed in with all the DLC, so I got to finally play as our poor dumb lost child. That is really good with the crossbows and the kicks and the chickens. Like, I'll be honest, I find it hard to play anybody else besides Linkle because she's so fucking good.
I couldn't believe it.
She's
she also
so
skipped over Tropical Freeze for the Switch.
Oh yeah, Tropical Freeze came to Switch. I skipped over it because that was a Wii U title.
With Funky Mode.
Oh yeah, I forgot you had Funky Mode or Speedrunner Mode.
Which, ironically, Funky Mode didn't actually do too much. Like, to optimally utilize Funky, you still have to utilize the others.
State of Decay 2, which apparently was a buggy mess on release, it makes me sad. Resident Evil 7, I believe, came out last year. Yes, it did. It just came out to Switch as a cloud version this year. We got a taste of what to expect for Bloodstained in a 8-bit version. Still waiting on the proper game to come out. All the Persona dancing games. Detroit Become Human, which is no, why? Why was this given an award for best RPG when this is not an RPG?
Action and adventure, doesn't that mean RPG?
No! Dark Souls is more of an RPG than Detroit Become Human is.
Reason I had to say that. It's bad when the wiki article even acknowledges that it's not an RPG.
Stupid Australia Video Game Awards ceremony. I only knew about that because Ty retweeted it. And I was like, excuse me? Why? Because these other RPGs like Octopath Traveler and like Dragon Quest IX and like fucking Ni no Kuni apparently weren't popular in Australia. And I'm like, so you give it to this that isn't even an RPG. Apparently Cult of Simulator's gotten worse because Ty did not enjoy it when he streamed it this past week. Which is sad because that looks fun.
Pokemon
Looks like
Quest.
Oh yeah, I think I've given up on it. I am about ready to just uninstall it on my Switch.
I think I've about gave up on it too.
Especially since I'm at the super hard stone wall point. Like I went past, like, you did not get anywhere close to the end of the game, did you?
No.
I think I'm on like the last like couple of worlds, and I've stonewalled so goddamn hard I don't care. Cross Tag Battle, which has a decent fighting game scene apparently, but I hate their business practice so goddamn much I don't want to touch it. Also, it's apparently not that good. So, meh. Hi, Fallout Shelter. You came out on the Switch and PlayStation 4. Hi, Fortnite. You came out on the Switch. Hollow Knight on the Switch. Was Super Mario R this year?
Nope.
No. Right, that was a Switch game first. Then it came out to everything else this year.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Tennis Aces, which is apparently decently good. I forgot about Mario Tennis Aces. The Crash Insane trilogy came out this year. Nope. Just Switch, PC, and Xbox One this year. There's just a few games that have just now came out this year. Octopath Traveler, which, you know what? I'll get you at some point after I beat Kingdom Hearts. Because you will fill too much of the time between now and Kingdom Hearts 3. Unfortunately. Sonic Mania Plus. A reason to go back and play Sonic Mania, which, did you see the Christmas episode for the YouTube series?
I don't think I did.
It once more, it feels like a lot of like the recent animation stuff have given Amy a far better character than she ever had in the games. Because it's all about her finding Metal Sonic and like helping him like get reunited with Robotnik for Christmas. It's cute and adorable, and I once more go, damn it, why is this all giving Amy like a better character than she ever had in the game so far? Because Sonic Boom has given her a far better character than she ever had in the games. It's even more hilarious when you realize that this is like pre-redesign Amy, so she looks more like Sonic. Let's see, No Man's Sky coming out on the Xbox. Yakuza 0. At some point, I will play a Yakuza game. at some point.
Yeah, same.
We Happy Few looked cool and then became terrible. Like it is an atrocious mess. Hi, Walking Dead. You're the last thing that will ever get made for Telltale since they're shutting down. Guacamelee 2, I believe, came out this year. Yes, it did. Hi, Shenmue and Shenmue 2. Apparently, those are not good games. They're kind of boring. For as much as people are like, Shenmue and Shenmue 2 are really good, except they're apparently boring. I'm not sure what to believe about those anymore. Hi, Night Trap 25th Anniversary that I still have on my Steam wish list because I am a sucker for some bad FMV bullshit. Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. That's the other Monster Hunter game that came out this year. That is 4 Yakuza games in 1 year.
Yep. The Messenger.
Yes, that is an amazing looking game. That is definitely on the list of indie games I should really play at some point. There are too many good indie games these days. Dragon Quest IX, which looks neat and fun. Spider-Man, which is amazing and wonderful, and y'all should play it. Especially if you're an Arkham fan, like go play Spider-Man because you will get an Arkham game. And considering Rocksteady still aren't working on anything, apparently.
Like, what's bad is from what I've watched of Spider-Man, it's kind of got me more on the fence of actually willing to get a PS4 kind of deal.
There are plenty of good games to get on the PlayStation 4.
It's one of those that it's more, there's not really anything that's super jumping out at me that makes me just be like, yes, this is reason enough to get it.
Like, oh, I actually have like one more game on my PlayStation 4 than I do my Switch, technically. But no, they're about even because Sonic Mania's downloaded on my Switch. So I got about even. Even though technically .hack GU is like 3 games plus an epilogue. So technically I have more games for my PlayStation 4, but like, it's about even for me. Lost my spot. Hi, Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition that came to the Switch, and no one should be surprised by that because we fucking called that when it was first announced.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that totally looked like a version of 15 of like, yeah, you're gonna port to the Switch eventually, aren't you? Aren't you? Aren't you? Aren't you? Don't lie to me. Hi, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Man, I think the Tomb Raider games have gotten they're good enough. They're alright. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 DLC, which is really good, especially if you like more Xenoblade. Hi, Valkyria Chronicles 4, when you properly came out in America. The other one was the Japanese release date. Life is Strange 2, Dragon Ball Fire Z. Forza, Mega Man 11, which actually looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Super Paper Mario, which is a step in the right direction for Mario Party. Or not Super Paper Mario, Super Mario Party. Super Mario Party is I feel like a step in the right direction. It just needs like more content that's not like stretched out over so many different things. Because Super Mario Party has a bunch of modes, but none of them are that deep. It probably needs to condense those modes and like have more time put into those modes, and then it will be like perfect. Black Ops 4. Yay. World Ends With You is something I'm kind of curious of picking. I'm curious enough to want to pick up at some point. Although apparently it's best played in handheld mode, not on TV mode. Because it just kind of doesn't quite work in handheld or on TV mode. Starlink, you have no right to be as good as you are, kind of. High Soul Calibur, everyone loves your creative character mode. Castlevania re-release. Red Dead Redemption 2 with all of its awards. Hi, Quiet Man. That terrible, awful game. That is a game that will forever live in infamy. Tetris Effect, that looked pretty cool. Just visually. Hangman 2 also looks good. High Fallout 76, you're terrible. Pokemon Let's Go games, Battlefield 5.
You skipped over Spyro.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Spyro Trilogy. I completely derped on past it. Yeah, the Spyro Trilogy. Granted, we're now into November where it's like, yeah, I need to stop like every other line because it's like, yeah, there's something to note. Hi, Artifact, you're terrible and awful, apparently. Apparently, Eternal is way better. And after playing a bit of Eternal, yeah, I would say, Eternal's pretty good. I enjoyed it. Although there's one AI fight in there that I am absolutely confused how I'm supposed to fucking win it. It's one where you're like, you can like keep throwing cards on the field, but it's like, the AI just overwhelms me after a point. I don't know how to beat this. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Q2 came out in Japan. The Persona game, Dancing Games came out in America in December. Monster Boy, which most people like, I think. Subnautica, which apparently I could have got for free at some point this last couple weeks, but I didn't. Smash Ultimate. It's really good. Just throwing that out there. And that looks like it. Except, wait, wait a minute, this came out already? Hang on. Hold on. I didn't know Judgment came out this year. Or Judge's Eyes, which is the Yakuza, or the game from the Yakuza devs where you play as a... Shit. As a private detective, essentially. Like, let me make sure on that. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it did. It might. I don't know. I'm not sure on that. I don't remember hearing anything. That looks like it. So yeah, honestly, I think 2018 was a really nice year for video games. Not so much for dumb shit involving video games. Between like early access stuff, Fallout, some developer stuff. Things didn't go well. But game-wise, we're good. 2018 was a good year.
Yeah.
Which, you don't have anything else to say? Take us to releases?
Yeah, let's go ahead and hop to releases.
Alright, so coming out starting tomorrow on the 31st, we have Samsara Deluxe for Switch. And then on the 1st of 2018 of January... What? Oh. God damn you. 1 second. It's already started. 1 minute. Gonna fix that.
To be fair, when I posted the schedule earlier today, I didn't have the problem of putting 18 in its place. No, my dyslexic fingers tried to put 91.
That is a whole second level of dyslexia, to be honest.
It's like...
Alright, try this again. On the 1st of January.
You got that done, that way I can refresh.
Yep. Of 2019. We have Celeste for PlayStation 4 and Switch, and Xenon Valkyrie Plus for Switch. And on the 3rd, we have animated Jigsaw.
Wait a minute.
What?
Celeste on the Switch.
Yes.
Already on the Switch.
Well, apparently it's coming on the Switch again.
I think it's already on the PS4 also. I can't swear to that, but I know it's on the Switch.
So, blame GameFAQs. I don't know. There is no good compilation of video game releases that covers everything, to be honest. So, coming on the 3rd, we have animated Jigsaw's Wild Animals for Switch, Castronauts for the Switch, Don't Sink for the Switch, Dreamwalker for the Switch, JCB Pioneer Mars, Job the Leprechaun, Ventori Puzzle, Pick-a-Picks, Pieces, and The Aquatic Adventures of the Last Human, all coming on Switch. On the 4th, we have 99 Seconds, Fighting in Fitness Boxing for Switch, Legendary 11 for Xbox One, and Mad Age in the Guy for Switch. On the 8th, we have Lego DC Supervillains Aquaman Movie Pack 2 for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Switch, and Megalith for PlayStation 4. On the 10th, we have Aftercharge for Xbox One and Switch, Bury Me My Love for Switch, Double Cross, Ellie, Hopiko, Inside My Radio, Lightseekers, Mecha Wars, or Mecha Wars, Desert Ashes, Nico Navy Daydream Edition, Overdriven Reloaded, Sega Ages Outrun, and Snowboarding the Next Phase, all for the Switch. And on the 11th, we have High Jump for the Switch, Mario Luigi's Bowser's Inside Story, plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey for the 3DS, Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, or New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe for the Switch, Operation Cobra for 3DS, Stellar Interference for Switch, and Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Switch. And that's it!
Yep. Not too many this time around.
No, it's the start of the year. So to end off our final year of the show, as we usually do, we just talk about anything we got for Christmas, and I just added in like thoughts for the end of the year or thoughts over the year, since I know I definitely didn't get anything that much for Christmas because most of it was the new computer.
About the only thing gaming-wise that I got was Tropical Freeze, but other than that, that's kind of it on my side. Like I managed to pick up Rayman Legends Definitive Edition, Uno, and I think it was another indie game on the Switch, but that's kind of it.
So you got Uno, I got Clue.
Yep.
Well, and I'm pretty sure it's the Uno all the YouTubers and stuff play.
Yep.
I got a bunch of sweatpants because all mine are holy and old. That is literally everything else I got for. I've got a way to get paid back the rest of the money because I'm the one who ordered the computer, which is technically a graduation/Christmas present. So I can then use that money to actually get other stuff for Christmas for myself, which is mainly just I'm polishing off the rest of my Figure Arts collection and get it caught up since I'm not getting anything for fucking Geo. I don't like that show. Fuck that. I want no part of any Geo Figure Arts. Be honest, I'm very tempted to just drop Geo in general and just keep up with it in the peripheral. Just keep up with it like I kept up with Ghost and just watch clips of it every week. And just be like, well, that's Geo. I know what happened. Goodbye.
Well, I can honestly say that I'm kind of now at the point of wanting to see how bad of a train wreck this is going to be. Because with Ghost, they just fumbled all over themselves.
Yeah.
This, it feels like they want to do something, they just don't know what. And that's a different issue that I'm willing to watch.
Yeah, especially love how Tsukasa just leaves. He's just like, well, I'm done here. Goodbye. Like, I don't think he's done with the show because he hasn't gotten flowers like a lot of the returning actors have. So, I guess he'll come back at some point.
He has to come back to destroy the world.
He has to come back to blow up Geo so we can never talk about the show ever again.
You know what? That's what it is. He's going to come back in the last episode just to kill Geo.
I would appreciate that.
I would be fine with that too.
God.
And then in any other outside of Geo material that we need Geo, it's just Decade.
Yeah.
Picasso just said, nope, it's me.
Nope. I just slotted in the card, became Geo, and like I slotted in that also special card that I can use with at least Ichigo that lets me swap out what the driver looks like. Because he does that in the original Superhero Tyson, and I'm like, that's not how your belt works. That's not how anything works.
Sure it is.
Also, like, how did you fool everybody? Like, does your card now come with a voice changer? But like, did you actually watch this week's episode or this past week's episode?
Yep.
Yeah. Pretty much everything I told you is like what that episode was, which is just the show should be over now, but it's not because Time Jacker are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, you won. There's no more Dark Future.
Also,
But,
I want to point out another thing. This episode doesn't prove or disprove that couldn't be Was, but as another writer.
Well, we technically are getting another Was as another writer. Because technically the Kamen Rider Was at the end of the episode is an alternate future Was. Because apparently there's now multiple timelines.
Which I guess makes sense. Because since Waz is directly tied to Geo in terms of a timeline sense, it would make sense that there could be a split where Sogo doesn't get the belt destroyed at all and just proceeds as normal, and then what we're seeing in show.
Yeah.
But so, I mean, that makes sense in that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
But it still gets back to what I was saying. Because here's the thing. Every bit of that would have still happened. If Sogo's belt got destroyed, then another Geo couldn't be created, because the way that seems to be working is that the power has to get stolen from someone.
Yeah.
Kinda can't steal it if you don't have it.
Also, if Omageo disappeared, why didn't anyone else disappear?
Exactly.
I'm like, Gates, how are you still here? How are you saying goodbye? How is anything happening? Like, Sogo blew up the belt. You don't exist anymore. Or at least these yous don't exist anymore. Timejacker doesn't exist anymore, unless you're all just immune to timeline changes, which... If you guys are, why isn't fucking Omageo immune to timeline changes now? Like, the fuck? The fuck?
You know, you're right on that, though. I wasn't even thinking about that watching the episode, but yeah.
Everyone is immune to the timeline change, except the very person that we're trying to get rid of. Which makes me go, why is only he immune?
And also...
Or not immune in this case.
And also, shoutouts to Omageo disappearing, but the world still looks like it's destroyed in the remainder of that scene.
Yeah, meaning you've accomplished nothing. Apparently. Oh, look, you got rid of Omageo, which... Question? Who sent the robots? Who sent the because they're... Aren't they supposed to be from Omageo, right? But currently, right now, Omageo, right? Sogo didn't send them. Sogo only knew about him from his stupid dream that apparently is his motivation. Which, hey, Sogo's got a motivation. Too bad it's still kind of stupid.
I mean, yes, but at least that's some character development.
Yeah, Sogo realizes, oh, maybe I should stop this. Oh no, the villains are too stupid to realize they won already and still want to kill me. I guess I still have to do this. Which is like, wow. Couldn't you have had this mystery of like Sogo destroys the belt, except nothing changed? And it's like, wait, why did nothing change? Why didn't it fix it? It was supposed to fix it. Like, the stupidity of this episode could have been easily fixed by they still blow up the belt, but Omageo didn't disappear. He's still there. Everything still happened. They all just go there and go, something should have happened. Something should have changed, and nothing changed. And Timejacker goes, well, fuck it, I guess we gotta kill him.
I might have a thought, though.
What?
And it would explain why Gates and Tsukiyomi and Timejacker didn't disappear. The time machines.
Maybe?
What if the way they traveled with them through the timeline that effectively ejected them from the timeline. So until they physically go back to their timeline with Omageo gone, nothing will change.
Maybe that would sound stupid enough for the show to accept as something. Because that shouldn't work. That whatever.
It shouldn't work that way, but maybe that's why.
Yeah. Geo.
That's the only thing they all have in common.
Well, we haven't seen Schwartz use a time machine yet.
But we have to assume he's got one.
Yeah, I would hope so. I still can't believe with like Time Jacker won, and then it's like we still need to crown a new king, and we must eliminate all opposition, so we must kill Sogo. Why? 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 He's not gonna stop you. He can't stop you. Just fucking go do your thing. Just. If you didn't poke the bear, you would have won. Why did you poke the bear? Like, oh my god, I think Time Jacker is now the stupidest villains in this franchise.
Uh-huh.
The literal stupidest villains of, you literally won. You have your victory.
But
Why
they
did you
win?
No, you did.
No, they technically didn't. Their goal was to set out to crown a new king.
Okay, you can do that without killing Sogo. He literally can't stop you unless he has the belt. Oh, look, he has no more belt. Oh, look, no one can stop you now. Because Tsukiyomi and Gates are probably not going to stop you. Because all they cared about was no Omageo. God, I hope Ryu Solger is good. Because I would like a really good current Toku series to watch. Because Loopat's alright. It could be a lot better. And maybe the next Sentai series will be really good. Because, guess who the director on it is?
Who?
It's the director from episode 21 of Build. The episode where the first of the three crows died. Actually, let me pull up his wiki because he did like several of the really good fight scene episodes of X8 as well, like the X8 Gemu versus Paradox fight. I don't remember his name. Kazuya Kamirochi. But he did 31, 32, 39, and 40 of X8. Which is, the X8 Gundam team-up fight against Paradox. Kronos' debut. And then, like, the two-parter where Parad died at Emu's hands, and then he came back, and the two of them fought Kronos. But he did episodes 3, 4, 21, 22, 29, 30, 31, 46, and 47 of Build. And he also did the 2 Gaim episodes of GEO.
Well then.
And he did Heisei Generations Final as well. He was the director on that. Yeah, 3's the Hawk Gatling debut. 4's the episode after that. 22 is the Build versus Grease. Trying to think of the name. The representative fight on the scaffolding with all the kind of bad CG. 29 is the one where I believe we open with the Pandora's Tower being constructed. Uh, 30 is the debut of the Cross Magma Knuckle. But it's when the Ryuga Splash Diver gets destroyed. And then 31 with the Cross Magma debut. 46 is like one of the last episodes of the show. And 47 is the Grease Blizzard debut. It's like he's got a lot of really good directing credits. The writer is someone who's used to doing J-drama. Like, this is his first tokusatsu work, so I don't know. That's hard to tell. But at least director-wise, will be okay. So at least the series will look good. I can't really think of anything else to say about Geo since it's on break this week. Ruby came back this week, but we traded off for no Geo and no Loot Pat. I think that's all I got. It's been a good year overall, I feel like. You got anything else? Tommy? Hello? 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 Tommy, you there? I'm gonna take a quick second, step away real quick. All right, I'm back. Got me there. This is a sleigh problem. Her. I have nothing to talk about. Shit. Oh, you there?
Yep.
All right. I stepped away to buy time, so I didn't have anything to talk about. You got anything else?
No.
I guess tomorrow and Tuesday we're doing SWTOR and hoping to wrap up SWTOR. Let me pull up the schedule to make sure I do this in the right order. Wednesday I'm doing Hat in Time while you're doing more of the Amiibo tournament for Smash 4.
Yep.
Wednesday I'm doing Paper Mario and you're doing more Amiibo Smash 4. So
Thursday.
2 days later. Thursday. Wednesday,
Wednesday.
Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday is Hat in Time, Paper Mario for me, and then Amiibo Smash 4 tournament for you. Friday, we're doing Ocarina of Time. I believe that's just regular Ocarina of Time, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Regular, bland, original Ocarina of Time. And Saturday, we're doing League for the Rampant Gaming. I should double check and make sure League is all good and installed. That's one thing I'm not quite sure on. I think for some games I'm just gonna have to go, all right, I'm just gonna wait and see if you're all good when I need to. Yeah, I think that will pretty much do it. So we will see you tomorrow, folks.